Our objective in Algebra 2 today is to multiply polynomials. So this is a review because we have multiplied polynomials before. We are going to use a little bit of a different method today for a couple of the problems and some problems that are more difficult than what we've done in the past. So we're going to start with just a basic review problem. 4y squared times y squared plus 3. To multiply polynomials, we do the distributive property. 4y squared times y squared is 4y to the fourth power, because we add those exponents. Then we do 4y squared times 3. 4y squared times 3 is 12y squared. Now when we look at that answer, y to the fourth and y squared, those are not like terms, so we're done. That's our answer. Problem number 2, a minus 3 times 2 minus 5a plus a squared. So this one's a little bit longer, means that we have to distribute twice. We do the same thing we did up on number 1. A times 2 is 2a. A times negative 5a is negative 5a squared. A times a squared is a cubed. Then we distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 times negative 5a is 15a. And negative 3 times a squared is negative 3a squared. Now with that answer, we have to put it in standard form. To put it in standard form, we start with the biggest exponent. That's our a to the third. Then we look at our a squared. It's negative 5a squared and negative 3a squared makes negative 8a squared. Then our a's, 15a and 2a makes 17a, and then minus 6. And there's our answer. It's written in standard form and everything is simplified. Problem number 3. Y squared minus 7y plus 5 times y squared minus y minus 3. And we're going to do this one a little bit different. Because it's 3 terms times 3 terms, if we draw the arrows and do the distributive property, it's going to get kind of confusing with all of those numbers and all of those terms. So what we're going to do instead is multiply vertically. And what I mean by multiply vertically is like 42 times 21. Remember when we used to do this by hand? You would do 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 4 is 4. Put your 0 placeholder. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8. And you get 882. We're going to use that same process to multiply these polynomials. So we're going to write it as y squared minus 7y plus 5, y squared minus y minus 3. And just like we started with the one over here, I start with this negative 3. Negative 3 times 5, negative 15. Negative 3 times negative 7y is plus 21y. Negative 3 times y squared is negative 3y squared. I put my 0 for a placeholder. And I multiply now with the negative y. Negative y times 5 is negative 5y. Negative y times negative 7y is positive 7y squared. Negative y times negative y squared is negative y to the third power. Now when I do this y squared, I have to put 2 0 placeholders. And I do y squared times 5. Plus 5y squared. Y squared times negative 7y is negative 7y to the third. And then y squared and y squared makes y to the fourth. Now, over here, remember when I did that multiplying, then I started to add. I did 2 plus 0 is 2, 4 plus 4 is 8. That's what I'm going to do over here. And you'll notice our like terms are all lined up. Negative 15, 0 and 0 makes negative 15. 21 and negative 5y, or 21y and negative 5y makes 16y. Everything is lined up. That's the benefit of this method. Negative 3y squared, 7y squared, 5y squared makes 9y squared. Our y cubed, negative y cubed and negative 7y cubed makes negative 8y cubed. And then bring down the y to the fourth. We get the same answers if we had just done the distributive property and drawn all our arrows on multiplying, but in this method it keeps things more organized. And again, it's your choice which method you use. I want you to see both of them. Number 4. A plus 2b cubed. Now when we multiply a plus 2b cubed, we're going to do a plus 2b times a plus 2b times a plus 2b. You have to write it out 3 times. But when we do this, we can only do 2 at a time. So we're going to multiply a plus 2b times a plus 2b. And I'm just going to do distributive property here since it's just 2 terms times 2 terms. A times a squared. A times 2b is 2ab. 2b times a is 2ab. 2b times 2b is 4b squared. Now I'm going to simplify that to a squared plus 4ab plus 4b squared. So that's 2 of the terms. Now I have to multiply that answer by this other a plus 2b. So I'm going to stick with distributive property. A squared times a is a cubed. A squared times 2b is 2a squared b. 4ab times a is 4a squared b. 4ab times 2b is 4a, oops, sorry, that was wrong. 4ab times 2b is 8ab squared. Then we do 4b squared times a is 4ab squared. 4b squared times 2b is 8b cubed. Now we start putting our like terms together. The a cubed is going to stay in the front. Positive 2a squared b plus 4a squared b makes 6a squared b. 8ab squared and 4ab squared makes 12ab squared. And then plus 8b cubed. And there's our answer. So the key thing to remember in this problem is you have to write it out 3 times, then do 2 of them, and then take that answer times the third one. Your assignment today is page 418, numbers 2 through 12 the evens, and 18 through 24 the evens.